Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be another experiment day with this angel food cake mix, and I also have a box of cherry jello. Now, I've never made this before. It's just something I thought about maybe doing and check it out and see how it works out. But what I was thinking about doing is making this jello into, mixing it with the water and then mixing the cake mix with the jello and then baking it. And in the end, I'm thinking about maybe an angel food sundae. What I think about in my head, it's going to be good. I mean, I picture it looking great. So let's get started. Stay tuned if you want to join me in my angel food cake experiment. So let's check it out. All right, so the cake mix calls for 1 1/3 cup of water. So that's the amount of water I'll be using. I've got this cherry jello here that I'm going to be mixing in the water, of course. And so far, that's all I'm going to do, like I said. But I do have some maraschino cherries that I plan on incorporating into this experiment sometime. I have two 3.4-ounce boxes of cheesecake flavored instant pudding mix that I plan on using. And I have some whipped topping that I'm going to thaw out. This package here is maybe half used, and then I have another full unopened one here that I'll be using as well, probably. And then I have some of this special dark Hershey's syrup that has to go on it because we have cherries. So anyways, these ingredients will be used later after the cake has been baked and cooled. So let's get started on this experiment. So I'm going to take my jello and I'm going to dissolve it in 1 cup of hot water. Oh, first of all, I'm going to preheat my oven as well. The cake mix says 325 for a nonstick pan, so I'm going to set my oven for 325. Okay. So now I'm going to take my 1 cup of hot water and I'm going to mix it with my jello until it dissolves. All right, now I'm going to add the cold water, the 1/3 of cold water. I'm going to add the cake mix to my jello water. And with my whip, I'm just going to stir this up. Oh. That's what happens when you experiment. Look at this. Make sure all this is mixed in because I totally should have used a bigger bowl, but we're going to make this. We're going to make it. I hope this is going to be enough pans. I'll put some more back in this other pan. I hope this bakes well. Tastes like cherry angel food cake. All right, so I'm going to put this in the oven according to the package directions. So for two 9-loaf pans, two 9-inch loaf pans, 35 to 45 minutes. So I'm going to put this in the oven for 35 minutes. And I will come back after it's done baking and we'll pull it out of the oven and see what it looks like. Okay. So this is how it baked. It smells good. I don't know if it's going to stick to the pan, but it's too hot right now to find out. So I have a toothpick here. I'm going to do a toothpick test. It comes out clean on both of them, so that's good news. Here's the other one. So I'm going to let these sit here for a little while and cool, and then I will come back and see if we can dig this out of the pan. So stay tuned. Really sunk, which it kind of sunk before I took it out of the oven, but I'm just going to take this out and dump it on a plate. It doesn't matter if it's going to be tore up because I'm going to be cutting this up in chunks anyway. So I just wanted to show you guys if it's going to come out of the pan or not. So I guess you don't have to grease the pan. I was a little worried about that. It is a little crunchy on the sides, but it's not burnt. Anything else to it, like I plan on doing, and it will be just fine. Maybe put a little Cool Whip on it like this, because it tastes pretty good. It tastes like cherry angel food cake. So but it's not going to hurt it to be busted up because I'm going to bust it up. All right, I'm going to let this cool a little bit more. I mean, it's kind of lukewarm, but I'm going to let this sit on the plate, cool for a little while longer, and then we will be back for the next step. And while we're waiting for it to cool, I was going to take my maraschino cherries and I'm going to put them on a plate that's lined with a paper towel to kind of drain them off a little bit for when we put this together. So that's what I'll be doing next while this is cooling. So I'll be back after this cools for a while and we can start putting this experiment together. All right, so I found some graham cracker in my pantry. So I think I might add this to this experiment. I've got my cherries here. I got the graham crackers open. I got my cherries here that have drained on this paper towel. And I've got my 2 packages of their 3.4 ounce of instant pudding. This is cheesecake flavor. I'm going to use both packages. All right, so my 2 packages of Jell-O pudding, I have 3 cups of milk that I'm going to be putting in here. Both packages together would call for actually 4 cups of milk, but I'm going to reduce that down to 3 cups because I want the cheesecake flavor. I want it to be pretty strong. And we're going to stir this up until it starts thickening. Okay, I'm going to set this aside while it starts thickening up because it's completely mixed. I'm just going to cut it up in some pretty good sized pieces. Doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, so the pudding is thick, ready to go. It didn't take long at all. Now I'm going to take my full 8-ounce thawed container of whipped topping, and I'm going to add it to my pudding. Okay, so that's pretty good. There's a couple little lumps of just Cool Whip, but it's pretty good. So I'm going to, my workspace is pretty small. I'm going to take my 13 by 9 and I'm going to put a little bit of this pudding mixture in the bottom of my pan, just enough to cover the bottom. Maybe a little bit more. And I'm going to take my cake pieces and I'm just going to spread them all around on top. Like this. You know what? I think I am going to add the rest of that cake. All right. All right. Now I'm going to put the rest of the pudding stuff on top. Spread it out evenly. Got an offset knife here. And this is my container I had that was already opened. And I'm just going to put that on top here. Maybe I'll just leave it like this. Dollops. Maybe I won't even bother with spreading it out. All right. Now, how about some Hershey's syrup? We're just going to drizzle this on. All right. I think I'm going to skip the graham crackers, but I am going to put some cherries on here. I got the little food inspector down here, but I got news for him. He can't have any of this, so he's just going to have to take my word for it. I'm going to put this in the refrigerator, let it set up for maybe an hour or so, and then I'll come back and we will do the taste test on it. So stay tuned. I hate to mess it up. It's so pretty. Oh, wait. Before I do that, got to make the plate look pretty. Mmm, look at that. I'm gonna try a bite. Mm-mm. It does taste close to an ice cream sundae. And that cherry flavored cake and the chocolate and the cream. This was a really, really good experiment. And you know, you could make this with other kinds of jello. What about lemon jello in your cake? And then whipped cream or the Cool Whip mixed with lemon pie filling? You could do anything with this. You could totally change it up. This is really good. Let me know in the comments below what you decided to make for your angel food sundae, because I think that's what I'm going to call it, because it does taste like an ice cream sundae. I think that's going to be dinner tonight. Just kidding. But no, it's good. You guys should try it. Let me know in the comments below what you made. And I will see you next time right here on Survive with What You Know. Bye.